Opening scene, a serene forest bustling with sounds of nature. Narrator bold and confident. Asterisk, have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows of seemingly innocent moments? Imagine a sturdy, majestic bear known for its raw strength and primal instincts, encountering a situation that turns its world upside down. Picture this, a boy alone and lost crying on the road, his tears echoing through the tranquil woods. What happens next? It will challenge everything you think you know about nature, vulnerability, and unexpected connections. Narrator asterisk, nature's hierarchy is often dictated by fear and survival. But what if compassion disrupted that order? The story begins on a crisp autumn day in a forest echoing with hushed whispers of wind. Meet Thor, a powerful bear whose very presence commands respect. He roamed the woods, guided by instinct, always alert, always hunting. But Thor had one secret. Beneath his rugged exterior beat a heart capable of profound empathy. Narrator asterisk, it was on this particular day, as Thor meandered alongside the road, his powerful paws pressing against the earth, that he heard something unexpected. The sound of despair, a young boy's cries piercing through the forest's silence. Most might have ignored it, a mere disturbance in their daily routine, but not Thor. Narrator asterisk, the boy, no older than 8, had wandered too far from home. Alert to nature's call, he'd become ensnared in a moment of panic, a mere child stripped of safety, exposed under the vastness of the sky. With trembling hands, he clutched the edges of his tattered jacket. Lost, alone, and afraid, his world had contracted to that fateful intersection between his vulnerability and the unknown. Narrator asterisk, as Thor followed the haunting wails, something stirred within him. He could have turned away, dismissing the cries as mere human folly. Instead, something greater drew him closer. Was it curiosity, a sense of duty, an instinctual connection to something deeply human? Narrator asterisk, in that moment, the inconceivable unfolded. The towering figure of Thor emerged through the trees, a fusion of awe and dread. The boy's eyes widened, fear flashing through him, competing with wonder at the sight of this magnificent beast. What unfolded next shattered conventional narratives about predator and prey. Narrator asterisk, Thor paused, assessing the child with a gaze filled with an unspoken understanding. It was as if he recognized the emotions racing through the boy's mind. Instead of charging or turning away, Thor lowered his massive frame, bringing himself closer to eye level with the frightened child. What transpired? In a world where we expect strength to dominate, Thor exhibited vulnerability. Narrator asterisk, the boy, sensing the giant before him was not a monster but a gentle giant, began to calm. Slowly, he ceased his sobbing, captivated by the bear's solemn presence. The bear, with his nose nearly touching the boy's, softened the weight of fear with an unexpected bond, one that transcended species. Narrator asterisk, and so the two sat, a boy drenched in tears and a bear poised in compassion. What happened next would resonate far beyond the bounds of their mere encounter, a testament to the extraordinary power of connection and empathy in a world driven by instinct yet capable of more. Narrator bold and confident, what if I told you that a moment of vulnerability could bridge the unlikeliest of creatures? Picture this, a powerful bear, a symbol of nature's raw strength, comes across a scene that defies all expectations, a lonely boy weeping on the side of the road. What unfolds next will upend your understanding of fear, connection, and the innate compassion found in the wild. Narrator asterisk, meet Kodiak, a bear renowned not just for his size but for his surprisingly gentle instincts. He navigated his forest with grace and pragmatism, each step a testament to his nature, from hunting elk to avoiding human territory. But on this fateful day, Kodiak's encounters would test the boundaries of his understanding. Narrator asterisk, on the surface, the road appeared tranquil, blending seamlessly into the backdrop of rustling leaves and chirping birds. But hidden beneath this calm facade was an undercurrent of tension, one that broke the silence in an unexpected way. The piercing cries of a child echoed through the trees, wrapping around Kodiak like a whisper of fate. Narrator asterisk, there, abandoned and lost, was a boy no more than 8. He had wandered off during a family outing, trapped in a moment of uncertainty and fear. Alone in a vast world, each tear that fell seemed to call for help, resonating through Kodiak's very being. In the wild, it's survival of the fittest, yet this was not a scenario Kodiak could ignore. Narrator asterisk, as Kodiak approached the source of the cries, instincts layered within him grappled for control. Should he flee, approach? He was a creature of power, instinctively designed for survival, yet what he witnessed sparked a flicker of compassion deep within his heart. This wasn't prey, it was a child, vulnerable and frightened. Narrator asterisk, Kodiak hesitated at the edge of the child's vision, a mix of curiosity and caution. The boy, sensing the movement, froze, his cries softening to a gentle whimper. This was no ordinary encounter. It was a moment suspended in time, where predator met vulnerability and instinct clashed with compassion. Narrator asterisk, in a world where ferocity often eclipses empathy, Kodiak made a choice. He lowered his massive frame, reducing the intimidating distance between them. Could it be that this mighty bear was capable of understanding the boy's fear? It was a testament to the extraordinary power of connection, one that transcended the boundaries of their very natures. Narrator asterisk for the boy, the gaze of this formidable creature became a mirror reflecting not just fear, but also the essence of kindness, an unexpected ally in a world that had abruptly turned dark. In that fractional moment, something profound occurred. A silent understanding passed between them, built on the foundation of raw emotion. Narrator asterisk what happens next is nothing short of extraordinary. The boy's trembling diminishes, replaced by a tentative sense of hope and wonder. Kodiak, sensing this shift, takes a cautious step closer, as if inviting the boy to break free from his trepidation and embrace an unprecedented connection. Opening scene, a quiet forest road, dappled sunlight breaking through dense trees, a gentle breeze barely rustling the leaves. Narrator bold and confident, what if I told you that one of the wildest creatures on earth could exhibit a profound act of compassion? Picture this, a powerful bear, a creature of the wild, encounters a crying boy abandoned on the side of the road. What happens next will challenge your understanding of instinct, empathy, and the unbreakable bonds that can form in the most unexpected circumstances. Narrator asterisk meet Grizzly Max, a bear famed not just for his unparalleled strength, but for a heart that defied his ferocious exterior. Roaming the vast expanse of the forest, Max had become a myth among locals, a guardian of the woods. Yet, it was a fateful autumn day that would alter his life forever. Narrator asterisk on that day, the peaceful rustle of leaves was pierced by the sound of an eerie, high-pitched cry that reverberated through the quiet wilderness. It was then that Grizzly Max stopped, instinctively drawn towards the source of the distress. A boy no more than 8 years old sat on the edge of the road, tears cascading down his cheeks. Narrator asterisk abandoned and lost, the child was a mere reflection of innocence stripped away. He had wandered too far from his family, swallowed by the vastness of the forest, trapped in a moment that felt inescapable. The world around him, once an adventure, had morphed into a daunting expanse, echoing loneliness with every sob. Narrator asterisk Grizzly Max could have dismissed the boy's cries as a trivial disturbance as many might. Instead, his primal instincts battled with a rising tide of curiosity and empathy. The boy was not prey, he was a fragile life in need. As Max moved forward, he wrestled with a profound question. Should he act as he was instinctively designed to, or succumb to an emotion that few would attribute to a creature of his stature? Narrator asterisk it was in this moment of uncertainty that the extraordinary occurred. As Max drew near, he lowered his massive body, relinquishing the intimidating presence that often preceded him. The boy, eyes widening, felt a stir of something powerful, a mix of fear and intrigue. What unfolded next would not only shock the forest, but resonate deeply within the hearts of all who would later hear the tale. Narrator asterisk it was a connection unlike any other, the sign of innocence and the embodiment of raw power, locked in understanding. The boy's sobs began to quiver into quiet breaths as his gaze met that of the bear, revealing a silent plea for reassurance. Just then, Max made a choice that defied nature's laws. He extended his paw, gently nudging the ground beside him, a powerful yet tender gesture that held the promise of safety. Narrator asterisk in that suspended instant, the boy felt the weight of the bear's enormous heart beating with compassion, merging their fates for a brief moment that transcended the wild. What happens next defies all expectation. Taking both creatures to a place, neither could have imagined a shared journey of trust and understanding that would reshape their lives forever.